I actually should have got into this sooner before the New Year's, but shit, while we still in the first month, I guess I'm gonna talk about it. But you know what I'm saying? Uh, why people like to glamorize change? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, New Year, new me. I mean, obviously, it's one of them things where it's like it sound good, but everybody knows like that shit easier said than done. Like change. Why is change uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times people look for change, they want change, but when they go to do it, they can't. They revert right back to their old habits, and that New Year, new me shit went right out the window on month two. That Krispy Kreme donut was sitting on that goddamn stove, and they were like, I don't know. That Krispy Kreme donut looking real good right now, and it turned from 1 to 2 to 3 to they said fuck that whole workout plan or fuck that whole business venture or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like you got a whole bunch of other factors, but we finna get into that shit real quick. But the first one we're gonna talk about is like losing alignment with people. That's gonna be the first, probably one of the first things to happen to you. I would say the first things that happen to you, because you know what I'm saying. When it comes to friends, you often align yourself with people who are just like you at the time, or someone you want to be like. Those are the type of friends you normally align yourself with. If so, like if I lined up a group of friends, they gonna have similar interests or do similar things, especially if they hang out with each other a lot of the time. So that is, if you had a lot of free time, you were mostly with them. So that's what they're used to. So when you break that cycle and you go to change, like, oh, you're gonna start working out. Well, what does that mean? That's time away from them. Time away from them. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? You used to hang out with us all the time. Like, where you been at, bro? Like, you don't fuck with us no more? Like, nah, I've been trying to get it in. I've been trying to get my life right. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to start a business, or I've been trying to lose weight, or whatever it is that you was trying to do at the moment. You was really trying to lock into that shit because you knew it required your focus. Like, you realized you had a lot of free time, and you was like, hang out with friends or change my life? Which one? You know what I'm saying? And you know those people aren't really your friends once you start taking that shit seriously, and you got your knees deep in that shit, and you're like, damn, like these motherfuckers, every time I start something, it's like it's always a problem with them. Like, why? Like, it's like if I'm not around them doing bullshit or wasting my life away, it's a fucking problem. Like, I'm trying to better myself, and all y'all motherfuckers want me to do is fucking sit around and bullshit on the phone. Like, I can do that once this is over. Like, you know what I'm saying, after the workout. But like, y'all just, we doing the same shit every day, and I think that's the part that enacts change, is when you tired of the same shit going on every day, and every day feels like Groundhog Day. Because that's what started it for me. It was like every day started to feel like Groundhog Day, and I was like, I can't keep doing this shit, bro. It's the same shit every day. It's like a revolving door. I go to work, listen to these motherfuckers, clock out, go home. You only got like a little bit of time to yourself left. You go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, you do it all over again. Of course, you got the weekend, but it's like, damn, it really feel like I'm wasting my life away. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live like that. And then, like I said, you expendable. But that's the next thing I'm gonna get into is like, nobody, you're gonna feel misunderstood, because nobody around you is gonna understand your thought process, because at this point you different. Like, in my opinion, you in a different threshold than all of your friends. So you gonna have to get around some people that think like you, because That's the only reason you feel misunderstood, because everybody you surrounded yourself around is not like you no more. You're not that person you once was. Once you get started, you can't hang around them no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why you feel misunderstood. But it's just like that's gonna happen a lot. It's gonna happen a lot around you. Motivation. I mean, that's the next thing is your motivation gonna start to fade. Your motivation really gonna start to fade, because it'll be like you'll be doing this shit. I experience this shit a lot. Because when you start something, I give you me as an example. When you start something like YouTube or a podcast, and ain't nobody watching for days on end, you may not be getting the views you want. On your social medias, if you posting clips or something, you might fuck around and only get 5 views. Nobody might say shit at all, and then it's just like the hate comment. If you're not built to handle hate comments, that shit will probably destroy you. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of factors. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what stage in your life, if you got like a family, it might seem like pointless. It might seem like a long shot, and you're like, damn, I want to chase my dreams, but I got kids to feed and stuff like that. I mean, that can be hard. Like, you might end up losing. It depending, everybody's circumstances is different, and I understand them all. So it's just like everybody's circumstances is different. So that might cause your motivation to fade. And even without those outside factors, just doing that shit consistently all the time is draining in itself. Like, you doing this shit all the time, posting however many times a day. That shit can, I mean, in the beginning, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this shit. But motivation ain't forever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all the time. You're not going to be motivated all the time, because, I mean, I hope y'all ain't forget, but y'all are human beings, and human beings are fickle. They feel one way one day and something different the next. You're going to have to rely on something more than motivation. And that's what I'll say. And I want to say that's discipline. Discipline replaces excitement, but I don't know, man. Like, discipline ain't a forever thing. Or what you want to do is form a habit. Discipline just sounds like punishment. You want to form a habit. I remember watching on YouTube Chase Hughes. I watch him a lot. I love watching that dude when he was talking about how to trick your mind into forming new habits and stuff like that. And he was saying that when you see somebody at the gym, like, and they're there every day, and he was like, wow, that guy is really disciplined. Like, he really comes up in here every day and he does the same, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't miss a day. But in reality, he said, in reality, that's not discipline that you're seeing. That's a habit, because he's been doing it for so long. He said it only takes like a little bit of discipline in the beginning, a teaspoon of discipline. Like, discipline ain't like no for everything. It just, you do it till it becomes a habit. You do it until you eat, breathe, and shit that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just who you are now. Like, discipline isn't like, you know what I'm saying? I always hate it. Discipline sounds like terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? This sounds discouraging. It's just one of them things that could possibly cause you to quit along your journey, is that lack of motivation. Everybody feels like, you know what I'm saying, where they be like, do something you love. If you don't love it, then, you know what I'm saying, you probably shouldn't be doing it. But you ain't gonna be motivated to do something you love all the time. I don't care how much you love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you stick through it anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should. And because a lot of the time, I hear this shit all the time from people on YouTube, is they'll be like, people will quit right before they blow up. Like, they'll be consistent for X amount of days, X amount of months, and they'll be like, this shit pointless. And then they quit, because, I mean, you got to really enjoy the journey, because, like I said, like, it may not seem like shit in the beginning, and that's what discourages people, because they want results instantly. But this is this is another advice I heard from Chase Hughes. Like, I don't know, like, it wasn't said in an advice giving type of way, but people prioritize their present self over their future self. And that's where people heads get fucked up, because they think this shit supposed to come right now today. Like, if I make a video right now today, I'm gonna make money right now today. No, bro. That shit gonna come down the line as you get better, as you have to build. You have to build up to that point and stay consistent to that point. Everybody has to get used to seeing your face, hearing your voice. You are a new name on the internet. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who I am yet. You have to keep punishing that algorithm, you know what I'm saying, and making content, and you cannot quit. You can't let your foot off the motherfucking gas. Your ass better keep going. I'm talking to you right there. You better keep fucking going. And don't let your foot off that algorithm neck. You post and post and post and post, because these people don't know who you are, and they won't know who you are unless you motherfucking post. You know what I'm saying? You can't let the views discourage you. Somebody gonna see you. And even if you did get a lot of views, only 2% of that is gonna actually like or comment or subscribe to the, or whatever it is, or whatever platform you on, are gonna do that. So like, in the grand scheme of things, like, views don't even really matter for real. Only thing that matters is retention. Are they watching the content? Are they watching your content? Are they rewatching it? You know what I'm saying? That's all that really matters. A lot of us just be worried about numbers that are irrelevant. All you need to know is that out of those few people, you're going to find your community. If out of 1,000 people, only 2 people stayed and watched, then those are the people I'm talking to. I did my job. Those are the people I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? I found my audience. And like I said, the best thing to do is prioritize your future self, not your present self. Your present self might have needs of validation that they want right now, but you're going to have to deny it and be like, we doing this for future me. And I guarantee you, future me going to thank you later. You're going to be like, thank you for sticking through it. Thank you, young me, for sticking through it, or year ago me for sticking through it. Because I promise you, you're going to be glad you did if you stuck through it. What's the dude name? That be cleaning the shoes. He been doing that shit for years before he got recognized. There's a lot of people like I think he like what, 40 something now, but he never gave up though. Like, he never gave up. And I suggest y'all take that same sentiment and not giving up on this dream that you got and keep going, bro. Like, this shit, if it was easy, everybody in the world would be rich. And honestly, it loses its value when everybody has something. Like, in a video, I put it in the mind of a video game when you playing like Black Desert, and there's I don't know if a lot of y'all know what Black Desert is, or any MMO RPG game, and you got like the common items. It's common because everybody got it. Everybody wants something that it's hard to get, or you're not allowed to have. You know what I'm saying? Or it seems like you're not allowed to have it. Everybody wants that because ain't nobody else got it. Ain't nobody else got it. Not a whole lot of people can say like they have a thriving business, or like they're jumping on YouTube, or they got like 1 million subscribers, but you had to work your butt off for that shit, and it's gonna make you feel good when you get there. It's gonna make you feel so good when you get there. I had an experience like that with fighting. Like, when I finally had my first fight and I won, like, I'm telling you, there's no experience like that. I didn't win no championship or nothing, but I knew what it took for me to get to that point. From me bouncing around gyms, from me training with different people, like I had to put in work, I put in blood, sweat, and tears, and then people telling me that I wasn't finna get in the ring, and then I fucking did. You know what I'm saying? And I won. So that shit, to prove all my haters wrong, to show people that I could do it, and then I did it. Like that shit made me feel so good, and I pray like that every last one of y'all have that feeling. Have that feeling of going, not feeling like doing it, going in there and doing it, and then getting to reap the benefits of your labor. Like that shit feels so good. And it like I don't get that feeling from work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like from working for somebody. You know, all that seems like working for somebody just seemed like a means to an end. In my opinion. Man, I don't know, bro. It's just hard to think about, but definitely don't quit. And another reason why people quit is just because comfortability, man. And it's lonely at the top. Think about it. Like I just told you, you probably gonna lose like most of your friends, probably your family, and it's just gonna be you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. I'm sorry. But when all that money go away or something like that, it's just you. When you at home grinding, them niggas not on that bike with you, or them niggas not in that ring with you. You know what I'm saying? They not hitting pads with you. When you lose, ain't nobody there because the fan only blow when you're hot. The fan only blow when you're hot. After that, ain't no soul there, bro. There's nobody around. You feel me? The fan only blow when you're hot. It get lonely at the top. That's another reason people quit. But you got to do this shit with no applause. You got to do it. Well, you got to do it when nobody around. Like if you can't do it with nobody around, you ain't gonna make it, bro. Ain't nobody in this room with me. Ain't know what I'm saying? Like it's only me in this camera and this laptop. Of course, you know, my wife here, but like I'm the one that gotta record, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that gotta do editing when you can't afford to have nobody else on your team. None of your friends gonna help you because that's not their dream, it's yours. You the one that gotta go out there and get it. You the one that gotta put in that work, put in that pain for this shit. And if you ain't ready to pay due tax, you ain't finna get shit. I'm sorry. You finna be in the same place. You finna be in the same place. And trust me, I know. Only difference, I say like the only difference between the people watching and me right now is my goddamn maybe the clothes I got on. But I mean, it might not be that either, but we really ain't no different, bro. If I, you know what I'm saying? If I can get up here and turn this camera, a lot of people can't even start. That's the crazy part because you in your head, bro. Just start. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if this video gonna do that good. But guess what? I'ma still record. I'ma get in this chair and I'ma talk my shit because until the wheels fall off. Because like I said, I got goals and aspirations, but every time I want to try to get bigger and better with this shit. Better and better and better. I'm like the next thing I'm gonna try to do is take some type of communication class so I can properly have a good conversation on camera, and I think that'll just help with my public speaking skills as well. But I just want y'all to know like this shit is not. I ain't gonna say this shit not hard. This shit is hard. I mean, like, getting started is the easiest. Well, maybe even the hardest part. Yeah, I think getting started is the hardest part. The hard part, actually, no. Getting started is the easiest part. The after part is what's hard. Like, this is the part where you gotta worry about when you start putting yourself out there and you start breaking that normal bubble that you in. People start coming out the woodworks and saying all types of shit to you. You just gotta be ready for it. Let that shit roll off the back of your shoulder, bro, because I'm not gonna lie. sometimes you will go through this shit and you will be doing this shit and it will be unrewarding. You ain't gonna get a fuck thing from this. You're not, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for money now, you're not going to get it. You do not do this shit with money. If you got the talent, the money gonna come. I remember Gervonta Tank Davis said that shit. You gotta respect the grind. You ain't gotta love the grind, but you damn sure gotta respect it because it ain't gonna give you shit before your time. And I feel like the grind is important because it'll humble you and it'll teach you to not, you know what I'm saying, be overzealous and over big headed. Because I mean, just as fast as you got it, it can be taken away that fast too. And are you prepared for it? You know what I'm saying? If you done been to the trials and tribulations that God done laid out for you, you should be prepared for when you make it to the top. You can't just, it's like becoming how do I say? I don't know like a good example for this. Like, but if I made you, if I threw you in the ring, yeah, that'll probably be the example. I threw you in the ring tomorrow, you probably wouldn't be ready unless you went through the grind and the training and having learning to see what it takes to fight. Then like you're not gonna be ready unless you do that. Like this is the training grounds. Treat your first 10, 20, 40 videos as training ground. Everything getting better. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to do this shit. I'm not perfect either, you know? And I want to make sure I tell you that this all the time, but I'm about to draw the end of it because this video ain't going to be too long. But yeah. Why this phase is necessary, I really just told y'all. But it's necessary because it's necessary. You need it. You definitely need it because it's prepping you for the big stage. You learning all these multiple simple tasks to make one complicated one. You're going to take everything that you learn from square one because not only do you have to know how to do this shit, you have to know why you got to do this shit. And once you learn why, then you got it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? Most people gonna see this and listen to it and probably let that shit go in one ear and out the other one. I mean, that's just the nature of it. But I want y'all to do more than I don't care if you only took one piece of advice from this video. I don't care if you don't watch the whole video. As long as you took something from this video, that's all I care about, bro. I just get on here and try to speak my mind. It's real therapeutic for me. And I just love y'all for hanging out. And also we got 65 subscribers. I want to thank y'all for that. I definitely want to thank y'all for that. And you know, this has been your boy, No Surrender, No Retreat, and we out.